So all these need to be well defined in the definition phase. So if you are not choosing if you are not defining the raw material, what is the quality and what kind of a quantity you need of a limestone, where is where are the reserves of all these things, then you will not be able to, you will be failing when you are not able to quantify and qualitatively as well as quantity wise. So once if you define the raw material, suppose if you are taking a foundry industry, so you are casting sort of a cast iron. So then from where you are getting the cast iron? What is the hardness required? So all that quality wise you need to define on papers during this definition phase. Then whether you want to go for automatic plant, whether you want to go for a conventional method of a manufacturing, what is the size of your plant, how many number of bags you will be able to produce of a cement, what is the capacity of your plant, that need to be defined. So suppose if you are taking a capacity, so in the initial stage you may start with 100 bags per day. You have a capacity of manufacturing the 100 bags of a cement. So slowly you will be doing the expansion of this. In the first stage, you are going to start with the 100 bags per day. So like this, plant size and plant capacity need to be defined well in advance. That also should be put onto the black and white. What is the location? Location plays an important role. So for example, for a cement industry, so needs to be located nearby the source of raw material. So depending on the project which you are doing, which you are uh, carrying out, based on that you need to select the location and the site. What is the technology and what process selection you are using? So you are adopting the present new technology or you are going with the other semi-automatic machineries. So that technology also need to be defined well in advance for your project. Then comes selection of, you need to select the optimum technology. Then that need to be defined during this phase. The project layout, selection of optimum layout and the reasons for selection, why you are selecting this plant layout. So everything need to be defined well in advance on a black and white paper in the planning phase. And the respective drawings of plant layout also need to be submitted to the project committee or in terms of a project report. Plant and machinery, selection of optimum equipment, what kind of equipments you are using, what are the reasons for selecting that. There are so many other brands are available, why you are going for that. So what is your need, what kind of equipments are available, why you are selecting this, that also need to be defined. The description of selected equipments, the specification, the description, the detailed engineering drawing also need to be finalized about the machinery and how many number of equipments are required, type of equipments, the specifications, the capacity of the machinery, the cost of the machinery. So all that need to be defined in plant and machinery section. Are you able to understand what I want to what I am explaining? Then comes to the electrical instrumentations. So the electrical power, how much amount of a power is required, what is the amount of a power is required, what kind of instrumentation works we are going to add, civil engineering works. So utilities, like what kind of utilities you need, what is the fuel required, how much amount of a fuel, what is the power required, what is the capacity, what is the water resource, from where you are getting. So all that need to be well defined during the definition phase. So the manpower, whether you need a semi-skilled or skilled laborers, or you are appointing the laborers, then you are going for a training. So the manpower and the organizational pattern, which organizational pattern you are following, so that also need to be defined. So, why yesterday I have discussed why the projects are getting failed during the definition phase. We are not doing the detailed study of all these things with respect to your project. Well defined project will have a success. So, if you are not able to define these things during the definition phase, then somewhere your project will be stopped and you need to look around for the solutions. So that need to be clearly defined. Then the third phase is planning and organizing. So whatever, right from the raw materials till the finance, whatever we have done the definition, that all need to be organized, need to be assigned. Suppose from where you are getting the raw material, who all are supplying, what is the cost when they are, what is the quality, what quantity you need, that need to be planned and organized, and it need to be assigned. That means the project infrastructure. So here you are preparing the preparation of a project execution plan. So that means we are assigning all these, we are calling for the tenders, then we will be assigning the work, what we are defined in our definition phase. Then the system design will take place, the basic engineering packages, the basic engineering details and all, what, what is the manpower required, what kind of organization chart you are following, schedule need to be clearly defined, the budgets need to be planned correctly, and you need to get the license from the government, a green signal from the government, and the finance. It is not possible for any owner to invest, so you need to arrange for the finance in terms of a loan or in terms of anything. So that also need to be done. Then the systems and procedures. What kind of a systems you are following? That system procedure also need to be identified. So the identification of a project manager. The last one will be the identification. After organizing all these things right from the infrastructure, one has to select the project manager and he will be the in charge. So you need to explain all these things to him. Then the work of a project starts. The detailed design of the civil engineering, of the equipment, of the electrical power. So everything, the design, detailed design need to be defined during this phase. Are you getting my point? Are you able to understand? Anything you want to add? Any queries? Any queries? Because this should not become one-sided. Yeah. Any queries? You can unmute and ask. Okay, shall I proceed with the next phase then?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. It is a total theoretical subject. One need to interact. So then I can make the class interesting, because you're not in a classroom to interact with you people directly. You need to show some interest so that I will be uh, getting whether the students are able to understand what I'm explaining or not. It is very simple to understand actually. So what is happening day to day around us, that itself we are putting in terms of a different subjects or different categories. Okay, yeah. Next comes the implementation phase. So this is a very hectic activity of a project. Almost 80 to 85% of the work will be completed during this phase. So whatever we have given, that conception, definition, planning and organizing, so all these phases will be on a papers. It will be on a papers. Now, during the implementation phase, you will start seeing something coming out, a hard something which is erecting from the ground that you will be able to see. So the civil construction work starts, the machinery ordering starts. So like this, you will be able to see something on the uh, site of your industry, site of your project. So it is a very hectic, many activities like a uh, ordering of the equipments, then machineries will be ordered, issue of a construction drawings, then contracting of the equipments takes place, equipment and the machinery erection, plant and electrical connections, pipings, testings, checking, the trials. So the many activities will, around 80 to 85% of the activities will happen during the implementation phase itself. So I have showed you some bar chart over here. So this is called as a bar chart or a Gantt chart. So what are the, I have taken few activities, how we need to plan all these activities. So detailed engineering drawing for all the fields. It may be for civil, it may be for a mechanical, or it may be for the electrical, or it may be for other field which is there in our project. So detailed engineering drawing need to be one activity. The second activity is ordering. The third activity is delivery. The fourth activity is construction and erection. And fifth activity is a start. So among all the activities, n number of activities, I have selected only the 5 activities. What are the different activities which takes place in the implementation? Preparation of the specifications for equipments, machinery, ordering of the equipments, lining of the construction work, contractors, you will be uh, issue of orders to the construction people, then construction of equipments, foundation, then equipment of a machinery erection, plant and electricals, then piping takes place, instrumentation work takes place, testing of the equipment takes place, checking of the trial run takes place, commissioning of the plant takes place at the last. So out of all these activities, I have selected some few activities to explain how the scheduling will be done during the implementation phase. Okay. So I have taken 1 year of a time. So are you able to see this one? So these numbers are nothing but the months. First month, second month, third month, till 12 months. I am planning for the implementation phase with respect to all these activities. That is sub phase description. Detailed phase description we are supposed to give. So the detailed engineering activity, so I am going to take right from the day one, from the first month. So it is going to take around 8 months of the time. So till August, I will be doing this. So then you need to overlap all these activities so that you will be able to complete your project in a minimum time. So then ordering when it takes place, once you define, once you keep ready your drawings, slowly your ordering or the construction civil engineering work will be given to the contractors, then machineries will be ordered, then for the power, then for the software, then for a manpower. Slowly the ordering starts. The ordering activity cannot start in the very first month itself. Why? Because still we are in the stage of definition. We are doing the detailed engineering or the definition phase itself. Then the ordering takes place. So by June, we will be able to place the orders for the different areas of engineering. Once the orders are completed, then the delivery of whatever your orders starts from month of April. So all these, whatever your order, you will be able to get. Then slowly you are able to establish your project. That is startup of a project. Once you receive the orders, construction of the work starts, construction of a building start, then power supply will be taken, then the foundation will be constructed for the equipments, then the erection of a machinery takes place. Then, so once everything is done, your trial runs will be taken. So this is how we are going to plan during the implementation phase. So the major hectic activities will be carried out during this phase. That is, I have clearly mentioned around 80 to 85% of the work will be completed during the implementation phase itself. The volume of work considered is around 90% of the work we will be able to complete in this phase. So for that, we need to complete your project in a minimum time. So overlapping of all these activities will be done depending on the activities which we are taking place. So almost more or less the whole project is completed during this phase itself. The planning, the conception, planning and the definition phases will be completed on a papers. We are defining well in advance whatever we need, whatever the specification, what machinery, what technology, what raw material, what is the manpower required, what is the whether we need to go for a skilled labor or a semi-skilled labor. So all that will be defined during the definition. Whatever we have defined, that we are organizing, we are assigning, we are appointing during the planning and organizing phase. Then our project takes a start during the implementation phase. So the fourth phase is the project cleanup. Here, so during the implementation phase, we have taken the trial runs. If any corrections are there, again we are going to see, or we will be called for machinery suppliers. That all need to be corrected once your trial runs are ready. So during the project phase, your drawings, documents, whatever you have, right from the conception phase or right from your planning phase, the files, whatever you are done regarding your engineering, regarding your civil work, regarding your machinery, who are the suppliers, what is the capacity, what is the plant size. So all that files and the operation manuals of each machinery. Then maintenance manuals, whatever you have handled right from the beginning, will all these will be handed over to the production section for continuous production. That means, so project cleanup means planning of a staff and execution of the project. So all these manuals will be when the project accounts are closed. So your project's accounts will be closed. Design engineers are posted on the field. So during the initial phases, whoever uh, whoever is involved in the project, all these design engineers will be posted to the production department for next process of a continuous production. So whatever documents we have maintained right from the beginning of the first phase, all these will be handed over and the project is totally successful. Then it is ready for the production. We are handing it over to the production department. So that is project cleanup. So our project comes to an end. Our project plan comes to a decay. Our project completes. So the next part is a production. So that is how we will be able to complete the project. So that whatever the phases I have discussed, so it is, I will show you a little enlarged view of this thing. Are you able to see this drawing? Are you able to read the graph?
Yes,
ma'am.
Yeah, okay. So all these phases, depending on the graph, you can see the level of effort required and the time required for completion of each project. So the first phase is the conception phase. The second phase is a definition phase. From here to here, what we are seeing is a planning and organizing phase. And the bigger portion of this graph is the implementation phase. And the last part is a conception phase. So as I was discussing, the conception, definition, and planning phase requires the little effort. So all these phases will be onto the papers. Hardly 4% of effort is required during the conception phase. And during the definition phase also, we need the level of effort is hardly 4%. And during the planning and organizing, around 8% of level of effort is required. So the whole project work is around 80 to 85% of the work will be carried out during this implementation phase. Then whatever the documents we have maintained right from the beginning, that all will be handed over. That is cleaning up of our project. Our project comes to an end. So we have completed our project successfully. Then all the documents will be given into the production section. So this is how the project life cycle goes. Whatever may be the field of a project, all the project has to go through this 5 different phases. Can you give any examples for this case study of this project life cycle? Anyone? Any doubts so far what I have discussed? This is an important question as an exam point of view, and this is a very interesting part to study also. How our project starts and how the project will be completed, why the projects are getting failed before launching or once you start the production, because you are not defining each and every subdivision of the project bit need to be well defined before you start your project. Can anyone give the example? Unmute yourself. We'll have some discussion for 10 minutes of a discussion.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah. Dinesh?
Ma'am, one example can be the final year project, what we are doing.
Yes. What you want to? Yeah.
Uh,
Discuss some.
yeah. Ma'am, could you please take to the previous slide where
Okay.
we can see all the phases?
Okay. Yes. This is slide.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, I think the most important part of the cycle will be the first phase itself,
Yes.
because it will be what we aim to do will be leading to all the next phases.
Yes.
So whatever trial and error, whether it is feasible, not feasible, whether the problem is really big or is it a simple problem that we should not look onto. So everything will be decided in the conception phase.
Yeah.
And after that, after the conception phase, from my point of view, to make it easier to for the people whom we are working with, so definition is very important to them also.
Yeah.
Like if we are having a particular goal, we should make sure that as a team we enlighten everyone in the team what our aim is and how do we think to go about it.
Yes. Definitely.
So,
Definitely.
so that includes the definition of the aim and what we want to really solve. And after that, we have planning and organizing. Like we can organize, we can divide people into various groups, and we can plan what group will work in what manner.
Yes.
And depending on the first three phases, we have various groups already, so we can put up implementation on independent basis. Like particular group will have implementation on one particular day, and like they can come together on one particular day of the week and put everything together to see whether all the individual groups have done their work properly, and it is like collaborating very well right now.
Yeah.
And then will be the project cleanup. Yeah.
Yeah. Then your report will be ready. Will be
Yes.
facing. You are writing your exam, so a project completes over there.
Yes.
So during the implementation phase or during the planning phase, you need to order, you need to place, you need to finalize the suppliers.
Yes, ma'am.
That is what you need to by that. During this phase, you should be ready with all your equipments, orders.
Yes, ma'am.
Then the orders will be received in the implementation. Then you will be going for erection, or a prototype model will be uh, assembled with all these things. Then uh, the trials will be taken. Then you will be completing your project.
Yes.
So one more thing I want to add. Already you have gone through the internship in many different industries. So the main idea behind this internship was to put our students to the practical situations so that they will be able to well verse with the problems what the industry people are facing and how to overcome, how to give the solutions for all these things. You might have gone through all the problems what the industry people they are facing. Yesterday that Harsh was talking about the flow management. Yes. So you are buying the machining takes place in some plant. The other things are all these activities. You need to manage the material movement over there. So all different projects will have a different problems that need to be solved depending on the problems what you are facing. So you need to explore, you need to identify the project during your internship itself. So is anyone is ready with their projects? Have you defined, do you have any idea what in which field you want to do your projects? Anyone has defined, anyone has finalized? everyone are aware, all the students are aware you need to do the final year project. The phase 0 starts. During the phase 0, you need to define your project. That is, you are in a conception phase. You need to define your project. Then the experts will be sitting there. You need to interact with them, whether problem what you are defined is correct, whether it is feasible. So all that need to be discussed. Anyone has finalized their project in which area they want to? So anyone can discuss on this.
Ma'am, Rahul has texted in the chat box.
Rahul has fabrication with a multidisciplinary idea. What Rahul can unmute? Rahul. Yes. Ma'am, there is a disturbance at home, so I can't. Okay, no problem. So he has already decided he need to go for fabrication, what kind of a fabrication and all that he has to look into. Whether I am able to give some idea at what stage you are there. Is it helping for your project? Is this analysis of a project life cycle is helping your definition of your final year project? Whether I am audible?
Yes, ma'am, audible.
Yeah, okay. So is it helping you? You can chat, you do the do it in a chat box. Yes, okay. So at least 10% of the idea you are getting what you need to, how you need to progress in your project. Yes? Okay. So if that is clear, so I am happy. Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah,
I had a doubt.
yeah.
Ma'am, you have mentioned like 5 points in the project life cycle. I wanted to know whether the durability of the project is also one among them.
Yes, yes, that is what feasibility. Durability means it is a feasibility for every project idea. That in the next chapter we are studying in detail the feasibility study of your project. Many ideas you have, like what is your name?
Darshan, ma'am. Darshan ID.
Darshan. Yeah, Darshan want to start the driverless car in India.
Yes,
Somebody wants to start some other new technology. So whether this is feasible according to our environment, according to the environment where we are staying. So that feasibility study needs to be done before launching your product into the market. Demand study need to be done. Then your environment need to be studied. So all these points we are studying in a feasibility study in the next chapter that I will discuss in detail by taking the different examples. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. So around 58 students are there. 56 were there. Okay, 58 students. Shall I take the attendance now? Let me conclude my class. Okay, I will take the attendance. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you all. Then we'll see you on Tuesday's class. Okay.